Start recording.
Hit that, teammate! Oh my god.
Okay. Let's see. So, I don't think I'm gonna take all of these, but I want to pick the best of each of them from cuz he said Yuta as a tank. I don't know if he meant Yuta from I don't know if he meant Yuta from
That's why, like, I tried to,
JJK.
at least, like, with, like, names and shit, I'd at least tell you, like, Yami. Like, that one's really fucking
Yeah.
common in a lot of shit, but I specified Bleach's version.
Yeah, cuz you could have
At
also
least
said
for a tank.
light, like light Yagami. Isn't that what you
Yeah.
said? Yeah, because then that would have been
No, Yami.
oh
The,
Yami. I thought you said Yagami,
the
like as in like
Zero?
light.
Yeah, Yami.
Mm-hmm.
The Zero Iran car, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it was. Where he turns into, like, the big, like, 8-legged, like, centipede looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like a giant. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
The dude who, always came with Ulquiorra.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He has, like, the big jaw piece and shit. Yeah,
You know,
he's definitely one of my big picks for take.
he would probably go on there, and the other who else? Um, like there's no way I can't like pick Grimjow, right?
Grim, okay, yeah.
Like there's no
Grimjaw is
way.
definitely a hard DPS,
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Look
But
at
it's
his skill
like,
set, and yeah, and then of course his ultimate that would be his abilities would be of course like the setos and the things that he can shoot. Then he could alternate between. I think the alternating between the form would be good. I don't know, like that would work better as like an ultimate maybe, or
maybe.
I don't know. What would
Well,
you think?
his Panther form would definitely have to be his ult, right? Like he just has to charge all that.
That's what I'm saying. Like if he builds it up, then he can like was it Resurrection or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like if he, I guess, build up energy for the ult, and then he could transform into that form, or would you have it kind of like, say, like an Emma Frost or like Ramatra thing, where he could alternate in between?
I would probably only do it as an ult thing. Considering how strong Grimjow's supposed to be already, I don't imagine that we would even have it set like it's so hard for this too is because like I want so badly to not have to nerf people, but there's gonna be a lot of people who definitely need to be nerfed. Or
Well, it's gonna be balancing, of course, because the gameplay purposes and
right.
whatnot.
Yeah.
It'll be
That's what I'm
similar to kind of
saying.
like Jump Force. I don't know if you remember that game where they had like,
Yeah.
of course, Goku fighting like Bagone, like
Yeah.
brother.
Like that how that's going. Tenki, is everything
But
running?
yeah, of
Can you
course,
hear?
like gameplay balances and things like that. So
Abyss, welcome to the TikTok. We are discussing today certain we are coming up with an idea. I saw a video today. This guy had made a hero shooter that was supposed to be like Marvel Rivals, but um he did it with an anime twist, which I thought was really cool, but his take was just so bad. Here. So, I'm
like
gonna
I've heard, or at least from what you said, yeah, his take was pretty caca wee whiz.
I'm gonna actually just
But then again, I'm sure like at least from like some of the more like the newer crowds, I think
uh-huh.
they're gonna be a little bit less. You know, they weren't there for like the full like term. I say term like before anime really cool like became cool.
Mhm.
So of course, not. I will say not as many people will have maybe like as many knowledge about some verses or some characters
Right.
just because they probably haven't seen them.
Yeah, that's true. Could you do me a favor though, and then copy paste all of those and put it in the chat so I can copy paste them to my thing?
Yeah, I got you. Hold on, I'm in a Rocket League game. We're about to.
No problem. We're still
Game's
gonna
about
go
to be over. We
over
got 20
some of the
seconds.
ones that Juan said. I want to go over his list first, so that way we can know what to clear, what to try to apply to the list. I'm also trying to keep an eye out outside, but there's
Hmm.
like no water. There's not even any. There's not even any
Uh,
hail.
I'm seeing it's like a very light drizzle because I'm seeing it out
Mm.
my back window right now.
Yeah, because I'm sitting by the two windows, but I think it's I'm yeah, it's probably on your side because my front end it's empty. Jesu VT, welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna remove some of the ones that I don't know from the list that Juan made. What? Big Sakamoto acrobat. Okay, so he put. I'm definitely gonna have to reduce this list since you have a long list too. I'm not gonna. I will not elaborate. It's a funny ass note to put next to Moomin Rider. What? Oh, actually, Alphonse.
Hey man,
was
don't
supposed to
sleep on
go up
fucking
there.
Moomin Rider.
No, I don't sleep on Moomin Rider, but he's definitely not going in tank. I'm telling you that.
I refuse to elaborate.
Yeah, he just put I refuse to elaborate. Okay. So tanks, my number one choice was going to be Broly. So there's no way, right? There's no way you don't have an anime hero shooter and you don't have a Broly. So I would say for him, he's got for what do we want? What do we want to give him? Because if we're gonna have a game with a lot of roster with a big roster, we kind of need to minimize the kind of like or the amount of things that get put on a character because it can then we get in the weeds and it gets super complicated and some people's stuff might actually not interact with other people's stuff. And then you have to put limits on other people's things like Gojo. I'd have to limit infinity. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
that's what I'm saying. It wouldn't necessarily be like it just be like everybody has the same like terms of damage and things like that. Because it's on Marvel's terms of things too. It's like okay, you look at Punisher. Punisher
Right.
is just a normal dude, a couple of weapons with like a mech or a small exoskeleton. Whereas he's going up against like the Scarlet Witch, which is how has the power to completely erase
a
reality.
calamity upon the fucking universe.
Like, yeah, but when she pops her ult, hey, Punisher fires in a straight fucking line and dinks, so she can't use that reality erasure technique.
Right.
So of course, like video games are gonna have to have their balances. They're gonna have values and everything else they have to.
It's just like
But
I want so badly to because like how would a character like Gojo do in a field where he's like I have infinity, you can't stop me, but then you have people like Escanor who are just like just keep hitting me. I'll just keep getting stronger. I'll just keep fucking you up. Like what happens if like he just ends up absorbing a bunch of it's kind of hard, like it's like and you have people who are scaling. Like I saw on that guy's video who with like he put Goku or you like Goku or Broly, any of the Saiyans, you kind of have to have them in a scaling thing. So I would do that as like every kill that you get applies to a point, so that way your points can actually be applied to your evolution. I'd say high that, but that would thereby be like a high 5-star character because that would require you to not die,
but at the same
stack
time,
multiple
they'd
kills.
have I'd imagine they'd have like incredible movement, the ability to chain attacks very well. Like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they wouldn't be CC immune, and especially in those kind of cases, you'd have your characters that can lock them down. But
we'd also have to like nerf their teleportation because like Saiyans could legitimately just think about a place to go and then move there. But I do think that would have to be something that we'd like. You can't do instant transmission. You can fly fast. I don't know. It's hard. It's so hard thinking about this. So far we're gonna start with Broly, and then we'll try to come up with notes as we keep going.
Okay, like I said, this is just gonna be like we'll figure out balancing and that kind of shit later. For now, we're just introducing the roster.
I would say for like base what we're gonna do. Shit. If there's 3 slots in each, we're probably gonna have to do 15 in each of them. Because that'd be 40. Right? Yeah. No.
Hold on, sorry, I'm not transferring all this shit over. Notes, there you are. Okay, I'm just gonna send it all in one giant.
All good.
They should still be separated. Here we go. No, that's not Discord. That's Facebook.
You just put your whole thing. Oh.
Yeah, I'm just dropping it in the bullpen.
Sweet, let me see.
Oh hell, it didn't fucking separate. At least not the support. The support happens right after Black Star on the list for DPSers. It
Oh, it's
separated
okay.
tanks, but it didn't separate DPS and supports for some reason.
Okay, let's minimize that. Put this here. Oh, I actually really like that. The way that it was placed anyways, so. I'm back, fuckers. Your favorite from Florida, welcome. I allowed it, you're fine.
Oh.
Fucking Tenki put fuckers and then Automod said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, it's okay, I allowed it, man. You can say fuckers in this chat. It's just that you can't curse within like the first 30 seconds of the chat. That's why I think that's when it's bad. The 3 kills.
I don't. Is it the chat? I thought it was from like the stream itself. You had to go like a full minute without any profanity or something like that.
Maybe.
Aldo just said some profanity right there.
Alright. Okay, Tenki. Don't tell Automod to kill itself. He's a bot. He's just trying to do his job. And plus, if the AI take over, your ass is getting caught first. Okay. So, starting with Broly, I have... Obviously, his ult is just full power, right? When he gets to max power, like whatever his limit is.
Yeah. Okay, but to be fair, which Broly version would we use? Would we use Z's or would we use Supers? I feel
Broly
like just for the keeping of the times, I think Supers might be easier because I'm sure a lot more people are more familiar with that form than they are the older one from the movie.
Which series is UI Goku in? Because there's no way we don't put UI Goku, right?
UI Goku is a super.
He's super, yeah. So then we have to do Super Broly.
Okay, yeah.
Well, we don't have to. It's not like they fucking
the old skins and all that kind of.
Yeah, all the skins, all the stuff. Yeah. Okay, so Broly from Super.
Also, what chat are you reading, by the way, so I can at least keep an eye on it?
Twitch chat. I'm reading. It's just Twitch chat. Just Broly butt naked. I don't know about that. That's Twitch chat. But I'm watching them on my OBS. I just have it all feeding for me. And I don't really get a lot of comments on TikTok, so I just see people joining. I'm just going live so I can get some retention time on there, so that way I can start getting rewards when I do stream. I'm the best viewer from you. Well, okay, so then his primary... God damn, I'm tired. Well, I mean, you did do karate today. His primary would just be Ki Blast, or do you... Oh, so I guess that's the question. Do we want Broly to be a range character, or do we want him to be a range tank or a hit tank? He's obviously supposed to be a melee tank, right? Not yet.
I feel like he'd be similar in the sense where it'd be like maybe like the Emma Frost kind of thing, where you could switch in between like a bruiser for like the bruiser like physical form, but he can also do like a less damaging like Ki Blast from a range.
Okay.
So it's like he's primarily meant to be like a melee focused like bruiser style tank, but he also has the ability of a limited range.
Melee focused, but small range ability. We'll do Ki Blast. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. No, 10K, we're not coding. I would like to code. That would be a good stream thing to do. And that would also probably be a good idea to try to actually code the game ourselves or to make like a small version of it. The difference is copyright problems, so I'd have to make like Drolly. Dude, you know Kefla? Yeah, I know Kefla. Kefla would be a good choice. I think I would actually apply Kefla to be like a skin for, because like she's just alternate universe Broly, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Doink,
I mean, but
Bex.
that could also get like a lot of lashback, kind of like how with the Danny Rand skin for like Rivals, where it's like, oh, we wanted him, but we got fucking Lin Lie, like, like, oh hey, but we gave you Danny Rand,
No.
you just have to pay $20 for it.
Yeah, no, fuck that. You can have Danny Rand back. No, fuck her. That's funny. Okay, so we got his ult, we got his primary, and then we just need. Wait, it's because it's ult, primaries, and passives, right?
Yeah, passives.
What would Broly's passive be?
I feel like for the Saiyans, you could kind of get away with giving them the same passive, which that could just be like a Zenkai boost kind of thing, where it's like the lower your health gets, like your damage will kind of scale up a little bit. I feel like that goes good for at least like most of the Saiyan characters.
Yeah, well, so I'm just because like I was thinking like Goku's passive would definitely be like I would call it something like Kindred Spirit or whatever the fuck, because he's positive and he'd be able to lift Mjolnir, kind of, because he's got a good heart. So I would have like it'd just be like a open heart or something, where it's like Goku is so elated for the fight. Goku is so elated for the fight that when multiple enemies are near, he becomes slightly stronger, or like he becomes 5% stronger for every. I wouldn't say 5%, but like 2% stronger for every enemy that's near. Because like that would be badass. But for Goku, or I mean not for Goku, but for Broly, I would do something like for every Saiyan that's on the map. We're not saying that one. We're not saying that one, 10K. Sorry, I lost my fucking. 10K said he was gonna. He said he wants to have Beerus with an ability to jerk off.
Oh god.
Freaks out here, bro. I would say for Broly, since he's like, because what do they call him? The Ultimate Saiyan. He's not
legendary.
The legendary Saiyan. So that's what I'm saying. If we have something like that, we just call him the legendary Saiyan. Is like for every Saiyan that's on the map, Broly gets 2% stronger. So because I only want to do 3 from each. Stop, 10K. Homie dropped the N-word in my chat. Well, because if I only plan on doing 3 from each for now, because what I want to do is do like a Dragon Ball or not a Dragon Ball from each anime. I want someone to have a tank, a DPS, and a healer. Because then like Urihime is gonna be my Bleach healer. But I also said that I didn't want to pick main characters, and if I pick Urihime, it might. Nah, it's gonna have to, right? Because who else heals, other than. Fuck, dude, that's so hard. This is gonna be a pretty good project. Hello?
Yeah, what do you mean, like the healing thing though? What were you talking on that?
No, I was saying that because I only want to do like for the base game. I only want to do 3 characters from each of the anime that we choose. Yeah, I mean I didn't mean Utahime, and It's is it Utahime? Shit, I don't even remember. Utahime is
Orihime?
from Orihime. That's she's Bleach.
Yeah,
What's
she's bleached.
Orihime, and then Utahime is the girl from JJK. He's like, Urahime, are you crying? He's all making fun of her. What am I? How am I lagging? I'm not even doing anything. Oh, give me 1 second. Maybe it's my camera does need one of them's. Shoko. Yeah, no, I'm. Yeah, Shoko does heal too. Well, I wouldn't even done. I'm not even on Jujutsu Kaisen right now. I was trying to make a Bleach reference about the girl who uses the. It's Orihime, not Utahime. From. Have you seen Bleach, Tenki? Shoko heals. Yeah, Shoko kind of bad. Anyways, that's what I was saying is for the base game I only want to do 3 characters from each, one in tank, one in DPS, and one in heals. So if I do the passive for Broly to be like for every Saiyan on the map he gets stronger, it would be kind of ineffective to use him just because then if you see a Broly game, I mean if you see a Broly on the map, you just don't have to. I don't know, because like you couldn't. I don't know. This is a hard one. Making a passive for Broly would be really hard, because I don't want all of them to be the same either for all the same people.
Well, his could be a bit more like rage based.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how his is. So it could be like the Wolverine thing, where it's like the more damage he does, like constantly, then his damage ramps up, and then that builds up his charge for result, kind of like Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
So like he won't get like points or as many points from, taking damage, assists, or things like that. But if he's doing more and more like direct damage, then that'll start to ramp up, and that'll make his hair start to rise. So kind of like how it does in the the anime before he actually goes Super Saiyan.
So what
where
should
his
we
hair
call
starts
that?
to like rise up, similar to Wolverine's. Would kind of go up something like that, and then eventually that could tie into his Super Saiyan, where he goes like Ultimate would be the legendary Super Saiyan form. But if he has a full stack on top of it, then he could go into the Berserk state of Super Saiyan.
That would be cool.
Or a legendary Super Saiyan.
Okay, so what should we call this passive? Just Green Rage or some shit. We'll just go with the basic name for now. Because he's green. Your elemental power is green. So we just say like a slow ramping. God damn, this keyboard is sensitive. And Guts. We'll put Guts on there. We're going over the list right now. We have a lot of people that we want.
Don't worry, this list is very extensive. Don't worry.
It's going to get massive. It's going to be a lot. And I'm very excited. This is actually a project I really would love to talk about. Like, this is so fucking fun. And this will make for a good YouTube video too. Okay. So we've got Broly from Super. His ultimate is pretty much just his max power. However, his raging max power, because that's kind of his thing. And then his primary is melee focused but small range with ki blasts, and then he's got a passive called Green Rage, just slow ramping strength. The more damage he does, the angrier he gets, and he just starts getting stronger and stronger. That kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, actually, instead of doing it as like a damage boost, maybe we can do it as like a health benefit for the more people that he does kill and the angrier he gets. We can give him a little bit of healing or self heal,
like
or maybe
shield
some
boost, or like
shield.
or like the temporary H, kind of like Venom, where it's like the more damage like
Mhm.
you take, like it'll give you back as like temp health.
Yeah, temp
That
health.
fit pretty good.
Okay, cool, 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 cool. Each kill gives temp health. Okay, well, that was Broly. Holy shit. That was one character and it's been 25 minutes, bro. Holy shit. Well, also, now that we're not on a tangent anymore, or now that I'm not getting on any tangents about a specific character, we can just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so I guess, small side tangent again. Do we want to do it? We'll start with one anime and then move through the list, or do you want to just go down the list of which everyone's done? Because I kind of want
I
to
think
do. What's up? What are you saying?
we can. I think going anime by anime might be better. I think that list would be good just to kind of have like a pre like spacing at least,
Okay.
or pre like sorting.
Sweet. Okay, let's put Broly down here. We'll put him under the tanks. All right, who's next? For DPS from Dragon Ball Z. Who should our DPS from Dragon Ball Z be? Passive, the more damage, the stronger his attacks are. Ultimate, the black swordsman. Oh, yeah. That's exactly what I was planning too. Yeah, because he can take his demon form and he'll swing the dragon
he's
sword.
he's gonna switch between like he'll be like a hybrid
Yeah.
DPS and tank,
Yeah, that's what tank. Did you see the chat?
but he'll be in the DPS category, of course. I have not. I'm about to look. Sorry. I'm defending Titanfall in this chat. So
That's so funny. It was no, Tenki had put a comment about the Berserk thing because he said he wanted Guts to be on there. Okay, so what did I? We could go the common route. We could go the common route and say we just go Goku for our main DPS for Dragon Ball, or we piss off all the Goku fans and we just say we go Gohan because Gohan's better than Goku anyways. Question?
you're gonna trigger a lot of people.
Yeah. That was kind of the point.
Although if they did do team ups and shit, though, you could do like the family Kamehameha and stuff.
Oh, that's true. I think I'm gonna go to sleep. I mean, saying the exhausted.
Where it's like when popping the Kamehameha, like as your ult, you can be like the Storm and Johnny thing, where like you can both join into it and combine to make like a bigger beam that does more damage and shit.
Oh Jesus. Tenki, you have a good night. Make sure you get some rest. Eat banana. Banana monkey never crump. Wait, are we including the fan-made Goku, CC Goku? No, I'm not including any fan-made Gokus. I'm not including fan-made characters because that gets in the weeds of so many other things. And people power scale their own characters into things that are so ridiculous. My name is... I don't see the rest of your name. It was cut off, but welcome to the TikTok. Cheese, can't lose chess because I keep them in check. I like that. That's a good line.
Shut the fuck. That's funny though.
Hi, Cheese. That is actually a good line. I can't lose chess because I keep them in check. Shit. Okay, so by that I mean the bots. Yeah, we know. Honestly, I kind of, since I want to do one of each character, I would like to say it would be cool to do the family thing, but Broly's not related to them, right? They're just the same race, right?
What's up?
Broly's not related to Goku's family, right? He's just another Saiyan.
No, he's just another Saiyan that Vegeta's dad was jealous of. In the old one, he stabbed him and like threw him in the trash, and in the new one, he just exiled him to a new planet, essentially.
Good night, Tenki. Donovan, Tenki says good night.
What about it?
I said Tenki said good night. One of my viewers is going to bed because he's in another country and it's like midnight. For him.
Oh, good night. You said Tanky, right?
Yeah, Tenki. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Tenkei.
Okay. Well, good night, Tanky. Okay, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear him too well earlier, but hey, have a good rest of your night, Tanky. It's good to see you on the stream. I might be here more often or not. I don't know. It just depends on when Alex streams. So.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay.
Have a good rest of your night, though, brother.
Good night, buddy.
Or sister. I don't know. I just say brother as a broad term.
Brother is universal.
Don't cancel me. I just can't.
Don't
cancel me. I just got here.
In all honesty, I think I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna put Gohan for now. No, they're wholesome as fuck. Thanks, buddy. I'm honestly just gonna put Gohan, just cause.
Yeah.
Why? You know, because like as much as I would like to do like a team up for the ults, I would like from Dragon Ball. Yeah, Gohan from Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super. And plus that also works too because Gohan's in Super, and we can get Ultimate Gohan and regular Gohan if we want. Let's start with his ult. Which that's easy. That's gonna be just is it Beast? What is it? Beast?
Yeah, and the current one it could be Beast. At least for, like I said, we're gonna have to pander a bit towards the newer crowds.
Well, that and I also think it's cool as shit because I mean, what are you gonna do? Make him go? You know, we're gonna let Broly, the guy who mollywopped Goku into the ground, fucking beat up his son.
Like he mollywopped that whole squad,
bro. He mollywopped the guy. He mollywopped two guys who combined into one.
He was so yeah. They whooped his ass so like their ass is so bad that they had to make fucking Bio Broly to make it Broly look shitty until we got the Super version, and that didn't even put Gohan in that movie,
bro.
Actually, he might be in the movie, but he didn't fight, so he didn't do shit.
I honestly, the only one that I've watched was Dragon Ball Super, and that was whenever he had to fight Cell Max. And so, Cheez It, what I am planning on doing is, because I saw this guy's video today, he did no, I'm not making a shit list. This guy did a video, he wanted to do a hero shooter, and but based off of anime characters, but I'm not gonna lie, his list was dukes. Like, he just did terrible. And half of that was the other thing, too. His ultimates that he did were all calling on characters that he could have just chosen from the anime instead of just like it was just so terrible. I really did not like his list, but the concept is nice, so I'm gonna do it. I would say, just to ruffle all the feathers, we're gonna put Broly, and then Gohan, and then we'll find out who the healer is whenever we're done with this. Nico, the Giants fan, welcome to the TikTok. I'll be support. Yeah, what the secret Easter egg character, Cheez It. It's just gonna be one little yellow square that heals 100 health once per game. Like or fully heals the strongest character once per game in the middle of like I'm a goated medic on Battlefield 1. Yeah, Battlefield 1. Oh man, I missed that game. Astrid, welcome to the TikTok.
That's a banger game,
bro. I think I'm still a Battlefield 3 guy myself. Just because I
was a huge premium. 3 going into 4. Those were the prime years from like 3 going like transferring over into 4 whenever that first launched. That was like probably the golden era of Battlefield for me.
So for Gohan, I want him to be opposite of Broly, where he's Ki Blast focused and but he has small melee abilities if he needs to. Small melee focus. Okay. And his passive. Oh my goodness, my keyboard is so sensitive, bro. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass when I was trying to type stuff on it when it let me use it.
Twinkle Baby, thank you for joining the TikTok live. These names are hilarious, dude.
Some of the ones that people join with are fucking hilarious.
It's honestly boggling. What should his passive be? Gohan's passive.
Gohan's pass. That's gonna be one of the harder ones. I'm trying to think of what he all kind of does over the series. At least with Beast Form, because I haven't seen Superhero all the way through, but I've seen like the last like 15 minutes.
It's pretty
good. I
good.
don't know like the entirety of his form, but I haven't read up to that point.
He runs a non-profit orphanage. Cheese it. Why are you hyping yourself up in two separate chats, bro? Fuck. Oh, hello. Can you say something on? Oh, my cat is being ridiculous, dude. Hello? Oh,
You're
okay, you're here. Cool. Bro, my cat is ridiculous. I can still hear her, dude. Okay. Wasn't something about Gohan the fact that like he was pretty adaptive? I think that was like his whole thing was he was able to learn really well when he was younger, right? Because like everything Gohan taught him or everything Goku taught him pretty much stuck. That he was already
Well, it wasn't really Goku that taught him, it was Piccolo.
yeah. You know, it would be cool. Does Gohan love Cheez-It?
Gohan loved Cheez-Its?
This is what Cheez-It just asked in the chat. Does Gohan I love Cheez-It?
Oh.
I have no idea. I don't know Gohan personally. You can ask him.
I don't know Cheez-It. I don't know Gohan personally. I would say go ask Akira Toriyama, but we can't do that anymore.
Ask his homie. He's doing pretty good. I'm actually glad he actually keeping his story going.
There's a lot of shit that goes into it.
Oh, my eye. This fool said I probably have his number.
Call him in the afterlife.
And for a passive, I will say... Do you want to make him annoying? I could call it Piccolo's disciple. It is like for every 5 kills Gohan gets, Piccolo will show up and blow up one character, blow up one person. You gonna wipe a team for you? That would suck, dude. That would actually suck. You imagine Gohan goes clears like, 5.
No, that happens, and Piccolo can just fucking stand in front of him and not dodge and take another fucking lethal hit for Gohan like he does every other episode.
Yo. Jesus Christ. Or do what he did for young Gohan. Fucking flicks away, He flicks away one random fucking ball and then goes and stands there, doesn't check on the kid. He's just floating there like, yeah, you finna watch this. Homie's fucking aura farming himself. Oh, Jesus Christ, I heard myself.
Oh yeah, might be. I fucking turned the stream on.
No, it's okay.
Released on Tiku Taku.
Yeah, it's okay. Can you turn it horizontal, by the way? Are you able to?
Yes.
Okay, cool. As long
I'm
as
not
it allows
really
you to,
sure how I did that, but
as long as it allows you to turn it horizontally, I'm not upset. I am a mom against sobriety. I'm against sobriety too, buddy. It's not lagging, is it?
yeah.
Okay. Actually, I'm actually gonna set that as his passive. Win at critical. Or I'm gonna call it Piccolo. Piccolo's disciple. I can't spell. Yeah, your HelloFresh. Oh yeah, I just noticed that. My HelloFresh discount code actually has Pog in it. Poggers.
Specifically,
Yeah.
Pogs.
That's actually really funny. Way to notice that, Cheese. I didn't even pay attention. I just copy pasted that shit. Piccolo's disciple. I'm gonna have it set to when at super critical health. Piccolo will show up and deflect one ult. I'm actually gonna set it to that. Deflect one ult. Directed at Gohan. My favorite anime? I don't know. I have a lot of ones that I like. I'm probably gonna have to say Bleach. Only because it's the one that like it's the one where it's one out of the big three where you got a main character who isn't so like he's obviously overpowered. They're all gonna be overpowered. I don't watch them, so you can say whatever. I'm not worried about being judged. Yeah, a lot of people have different weird choices for theirs. I like the other guy. Like the other day, I saw a guy on TikTok. He said that his favorite was Yuri on Ice, like of all of the anime ever. As long as it's not
I've
my little
heard
sister
it's pretty
can't be
good.
this cute.
I don't think
Yo.
I've ever watched it, and I don't think I can watch it. But I've never just really had an interest in it. But I've heard people say it's really fucking good.
No, I've heard it's really good. Meredith tells me it's very good. And she also says it's depressing as shit. And I'm like, that's your favorite? It's your favorite to be depressed as hell? I'm just gonna have to say Bleach though. I just liked all of the arcs. It was peak for me. It was peak majority of the story. It was mid for Fullbringer. It wasn't terrible. They had cool characters in Fullbringer, so I wasn't terribly upset. Like Yuri, as in Yuri from Phasmophobia. No, not the Yuri. Ghost on Ice. This fool. Oh my god. Oh, bro. Shut up, bro. He got me with that. Gohan. Okay. Yeah, I actually kind of like that as a super or as a passive. Like when he's at super critical health, Piccolo will just deflect one ult. Because because then it can't be abused. It can't be abused for like, because if they do it for final damage or just for, I want to play Phasmophobia. I hadn't played it in months. I saw you were playing modded Phas. That was pretty cool. I don't have a PC, but that looks cool. Honestly, it's the only ones that I've got, so I picked the badge and that one. It's been pretty fun though. It's not. I just like the other maps. This new season looks like the houses it just makes the houses look dirty. Um, what was I saying? I completely forgot. I got distracted by Cheez It saying something about Phasmophobia. Small Cabbage, welcome to the chat. Oh, um, some guy on PC modded it. I personally don't have a PC to mod on. Okay, okay. Who should be our Dragon Ball Z healer? Now, I'm gonna take a small little funny haha character time to throw in here, and I'm just gonna say we could do either Chi-Chi or Bulma, just because it's like they're really strong, they're really strong women, and they can heal they can heal the Saiyans by feeding them all of the food. Got me like 500,000 views on TikTok. Oh hell yeah, that's cool. Good shit. I don't know. That was just meant to be a funny, but I also can't I couldn't imagine them being maybe Pan, not Pan. What's Videl, Gohan's wife?
Videl is his wife and Pan is his daughter.
Is his daughter? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because if we could do Videl, because she can at least fly, because she can do Ki Blast, right?
I think she can only fly. She's like a
Either
martial
way.
artist, but I think Gohan only taught her how to fly.
Yeah, because she could be a melee-based martial artist. But I don't know how she would heal though. She'd probably
I think we
fit
might have
better
to skip
DPS.
Videl for now, at least.
Yeah.
Until she's expanded a little bit.
Well, we need a support, healer
From the Dragon Ball verse?
from Dragon Ball verse.
Honestly, I'd have to give it to either Roshi, Dende, or Kami, whichever one you kind of. Yajirobe. Those are my top 3 picks for that. It's just deciding between the 3.
Yajirobe, because he's the one with the sword, right? The little short, right?
Yajirobe is the short one with the sword.
Yeah, he's a goof ass character. Because I was between him and the other one that
Yeah, he's the one. Yeah, he was the one with the sensu beans in Sparking Zero.
Yeah. Okay. Because Kami's the Namekian, right?
Yeah, Kami is it means god, but he is the split of Piccolo.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was and back in the original Dragon Ball, it was King Piccolo, and he was like the crazy tyrant Namekian. They ended up splitting in one of the movies, and then there was Piccolo, who doesn't know really anything about his past, and then Kami.
Mm-hmm. And then when Piccolo fuses with Kami, Piccolo fuses with Kami later, right?
Yeah, he fused back with him in Z to fight who was it? The androids.
Mm. I would say Kami, but I think I'm gonna pick Yajirobe just because that's a funny pick.
I do too, but at the same time, fuck, dude. I also think that Roshi would be another good support.
You think so? Would you rather do Roshi then? We'll do Roshi.
Because Roshi was able to train Goku and Krillin. He taught them the Kamehameha Wave. He taught them, their base martial arts along with Grandpa Gohan for Goku. But
he's in Z, right?
He also knows. Roshi has been in all the way through.
He's in Super still too.
Yeah.
Okay.
He fought in the Tournament of Power.
Oh, that's right, bro. It's been so long. Like I said, I haven't watched.
Because he knows the evil containment wave. So that'd be that could be his.
Oh, the fucking jar. Get jar, nerd, bro. Yeah, that'd be the funniest.
It'd be like a CC where you could trap the team into the jar and then you could.
He's their Jeff. Yeah, he's gonna.
Of course, it'll be a combined. Yeah, it could be like a combined total of all their health pool combined, and you just damage the jar from there.
Yeah, actually, because then it would make sense that you actually couldn't kill them. You know, just lower all their health, and then you could have somebody come in and bulldoze. That would be cool. Like, because then we could have to promote synergistic ults or synergistic teamwork because like my favorite thing that I've seen on TikTok for the team ups for ults was Jeff's and Scarlet's. When you pick up all six and you throw them at
Wait,
Scarlet
what's
Witch
up?
so she can kill them all.
Oh yeah, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you do
Yeah,
that,
do
where
like
it's
a
like he
combination of the
puts
two.
them in the jar, and then all of their combined health, and obviously, I don't know if everybody's gonna be able to do their combined health, but you know, either everyone focuses the jar, or you know, it at least brings all of their health down to half, so that way when they get out, they're weaker than the team. That would be a good turnaround kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what is this called?
Or
The
it could be
containment
like
wave.
they do that and then they come out. Yeah, the evil containment wave.
Yeah.
Because at least in like most of its version, it takes a lot out on like the user. Because like in I think in Sparking Zero, I think it still takes health from him when he uses it. But it could be that kind of thing where it's like like the more time you or the more health you sacrifice to keep them contained, like the longer they stay contained.
Mm-hmm. A high risk, high reward type of thing, because it's obviously when they get out, you'll be weaker.
Yeah. Mm.
Oh, yeah, because we'd have to set it to where he does like no heal for like 10 seconds. No, not like 10 seconds, but like however many seconds after that, because it'd be kind of overpowered that you have him set to where he uses more health and then you just have somebody just spam healing him.
Yeah.
So you'd have to like no
Well, maybe
heal
it'll be
for
like
however many.
maybe he becomes like anti-heal whenever
Yeah.
he's like popping it too.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would work, because then if he's getting shot the fuck up while
yeah,
he's...
yeah.
Yeah,
So
we
it'd
have
be
to
like
work this.
Strange when he has a full charge. He can't get healed from it.
Oh yeah, full charge Strange. Isaiah, welcome to the TikTok. I think that's how you say your name. Okay, primary. What would his primary be? Just like it has to be the Kameo wave. Like he's the inventor, right? He's
Well, he can still shoot Chi Blast. Yeah, I think I think he invented it if I remember right.
I'm its
Because he like
inventor.
blows
Yeah,
up like a fleet of battleships with it if I remember right. 'Cause that's
yeah.
when he can switch into buff Roshi mode whenever he does that.
Mm-hmm. And that's whenever he was talking to. That's one of his lines too. He's like the Kameo wave. I'm its inventor, and then he shoots a big ass one through the screen. So I mean, for that, hold on. Check my phone. Oh, okay, cool. We're good. Honestly, I would say. How does Roshi heal?
That could be where more Sensu Beans comes in too, because we could do that instead of Yajirobe. He could also have a bit of a shielding mechanic too from the turtle shell on his back.
That is true. Oh shit. Okay.
Where he turns into Brigitte from Overwatch. Where he can have like he can't heal and he can't like damage or anything while he's covering with the shield, but he still gets like a 200 health thing or something.
Maybe. Well, so I'm just trying to think of it in the sense that he actually has some sense of defense too, because I want him to. Because when you said sensu beans, he can just toss sensu beans to people who he needs to heal, but. Is his primary just going to be Ki Blast too, or?
Of course, like we can change up like their designs, where we can even make it to where his Ki Blasts like do healing, kind of like cloaks, where they do some healing over time.
Oh, you know what? If that's the case, then I'm gonna do a healing Kameo wave.
Like Morris.
Yeah, but that's his His primary. It's gonna be a small one. Because he's not that big
It
of a
could be like
dude.
a yeah, like a single-handed one.
Yeah, healing Kameo wave.
Yeah, because it could be like him holding his stick, his walking stick, and then he can shoot the Kameo with his other hand.
Yeah. I'm gonna do healing Kameo wave / damaging, because then we can do like the Moira thing where it's, it heals enemies and damages. Oh my god, this keyboard is gonna be the death of me. It's less damaging for enemy. Okay, yeah, I like that. And then for his passive, I do like the turtle shell. But when he gets bigger, he loses the shell, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he can't fit into it anymore, because it's like part of his like clothes, I guess.
Oh, well. Does that mean we're gonna have to make a secondary for other people too? Because then how else would we explain his transformation and then other people not being able to do so? Or well, I
He
guess.
doesn't have to transform.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
He can just be base form Roshi.
That's true.
Especially if he's just using like the evil containment wave and some other things.
Well, honestly, we can do. He can actually be like a Ramatra healer. Instead, we'll say he does like a healing Kameo wave, but then muscle form. Muscle form.
But at the same time, you got to think about how many times we're going to be transforming with how many characters we're going to have and how many forms they each have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's another thing too. Why I'm trying to like maybe shy away from some transformations on some characters.
Well, I was just thinking that for him, for Roshi, we can at least make it where it's quick, where he can switch between like big mode and small mode. Just because, for Gohan and Broly so far, we have melee focus but small range abilities, so they'd have to switch into a secondary similar to like Scarlet Witch, or not Scarlet Witch, but like what's her name? Like the Black Widow. She has her sticks and her gun.
Mm-hmm.
So then like we can just have it like cartoony where Roshi is small and he's walking around with the stick and healing people with his Kamea beam. But then whenever people start really rushing him, he can get bigger, but he can't heal anymore, and he can do damage. And his passive no longer exists to where his turtle shell doesn't give him passive resistance, so he takes raw damage.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay.
I thought you meant like it was going to be another like damage over time or a passive thing you have to do.
No.
Or something for the unlock.
No, I liked your turtle shell idea, but I didn't know how to incorporate Big Roshi. So I'm gonna have it set to where he can, like I said, alternate forms, and when he's in big form, he'll take raw damage and lose his turtle shell. But when he's in small form, slow moving and healing, he has his turtle shell that in his turtle shell passive will give him a resistance to damage, or to body shot damage, a resistance to body shot damage. That would be cool.
I got you. Yeah, that makes sense.
But I do want to, well, considering the Saiyans are kind of the only people who have this, mean add Goomba. What do you mean add Goomba? From Mario? Gives body shot resistance in heal. Loses shell in muscle mode.
Felix.
Felix. You here, buddy? What's
Felix
good?
Navidad.
Holy Spirit.
And with your
The
spirit.
Holy Spirit be with you. And with your spirits.
There's the Father, the Son, and the Holy
Spirit.
In nomine Patria et Filii et
Spiritus
Spiritus
Sancti.
Sancti. Amen.
You gotta do the higher.
Amen.
Man. Man. That one dude in the back's like, man.
Man.
Yeah,
that's what that sounded like.
Oh man. Okay, loses shell in muscle mode and takes.
Did anyone actually ever watch 2.5 Men?
Yeah,
I watched,
watched
a few
it with my
episodes
uncle a
here and
lot.
there. It's actually pretty good from what I
it's
saw.
funny as shit, man. All
The
right.
only thing I remember is that Charlie Sheen fucks whoever, and the other dad is gay.
He's not gay.
Yeah. And Charlie Sheen has AIDS.
So he's gay.
Yeah, maybe.
I think Charlie Sheen contracted those from a woman.
Oh, I thought you meant the other dude. I thought he was gay, not Charlie Sheen.
No,
Not
the
Oh, no,
other
he has
guy.
HIV, I think.
He's not. The other guy
Rick
isn't
is-
gay.
I don't even know. But
Nah, he's gay.
he's just,
He would.
he's not gay. He's just a beta.
Yeah, he's just a bitch. Like he can't hold down a woman. Like every relationship he tries to enter, like even when women are like actually attracted to him.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
Charlie Sheen laying so much pipe, in fact, that he caught an STD.
And he caught the worst one. He is the one above all when it comes to the sex. Would I eat pink ice cream?
Well, I don't know. I know
I think I
Neil
would.
Patrick Harris
Strawberry.
is gay in real life, but
cherry.
if you've seen fucking Barney from How I Met Your Mother,
Oh,
that
yeah.
dude is like
Laying
Oh,
a
it
skinny
down.
Johnny Bravo, dog.
Yeah, dude. He's laying it down. But he's actually got
The only
game.
thing I care about that show is Maria Hill, and that's it.
I feel that.
Yeah, that's understandable.
The
Sorry.
hold on, I'm smoking. I got my Taco Bell.
Ow, my fucking shin.
Oh yeah, that guy had Endeavor on his list, but Endeavor was the only fucking was the only actual whatchamacallit. He was the only My Hero character that they picked. And Cheez-It, to answer your question, it depends on the pink ice cream. I don't like strawberry, but cherry ice cream is okay, but that's more red. But bread.
Bread.
I would say the next anime we should do though, because we did Dragon Ball, I want to do Bleach. I want to do Bleach first, or Bleach next. So I'm going Kenpachi for our Bleach tank. And I'm gonna set them all, or honestly, these ones don't have to have specific ones, because honestly, everyone's gonna want Kenpachi with his Bankai, so we're gonna have it's gonna just be from Thousand Year Blood War anyways. It's gonna be pretty inherent that most of the Bleach characters are gonna be Thousand Year Blood War, so it's fine. Okay, so for his ult,
I watched Godzilla -1 yesterday.
goated movie.
Peak
Banger
cinema.
movie.
I don't like it more than I like Shin Godzilla though. Shin Godzilla is still my favorite.
Nah, I like -1. I'm not saying Shin was bad. It was not. I loved it, but
Mm-hmm.
It was an amazing take on the Godzilla, like the thing as a whole. I really
Yeah.
loved it, but just in terms of feeling like the classic like Godzilla kind of movie, I gotta give it to -1.
Really?
yeah, that felt like a monster movie that had Godzilla slapped on it. This felt like a Godzilla movie.
I don't get that.
You know, I could agree with that take.
I don't get that because the Soho and the Toho people, they followed the original Godzilla thing by using practical effects in majority of the movie. All of the Godzilla models in Shin Godzilla are practical, and that's what makes it real for me. That's how it feels like a more real Godzilla to me than than -1, because -1 doesn't use complete practical. And,
Yeah,
yeah. That's
But the CG, like it won an Academy Award, didn't it, for visual effects?
I think so too. Yeah, just for all being practical. What's up, Unc? I saw my uncle's here. That's kind of embarrassing now. What was it? But the Soho and Toho movie, them being the original studio and them doing, how you doing today? It being the original studios that made them, that made Shin is what I think made it better for me. That and just because Shin Godzilla's design is dope and we're not done. I'm okay. Thank you for
Yeah,
asking.
I like the end. I like the very ending of Shin, where like it's revealed that like
He's got
all
more
them little
forms.
Godzillas were about to.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's so good because he's in fourth form I think by the end of the movie, and he's got four more, or I think he's in fifth form by the end of the movie because fifth form is when he starts showing the tower of the little Zillas that come out. All the Oh, that one's gonna be good. That and because they teased.
Oh no, yeah, there's the next evolution because they were supposed
Mhm.
to be a human form.
Yeah, because
So like
after this
humanoid
one, he'll
form of
shed
it.
his skin. He'll get a little shorter, but he'll be he's like a giant bloody
It's
human.
essentially the queen of a hive mind.
It's so scary, dude.
It's,
I did like that concept. Like it felt like
it's like
Was-
constant forced evolution.
Oh,
wasn't the Neon
thank you.
Genesis Evangelion director the director of that movie?
Think
What is
so?
that?
I know he had like at least I know they had a lot of inspiration from Neon Genesis
that a
at the bare
button?
minimum because that was like the whole thing at the end of the series. Is they were forcing the whole human race to evolve.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Thanks, Unc. I don't even know what that button is, but that's cool. Thank you. Also, this whole idea that we're doing here, I'm thinking about coding a game. I'm gonna take matters into my own hands, and I'm gonna make a better video game for me and my homies. I'm not even gonna sell it. I'm just gonna make a game for my homies.
Yeah. Only we can play it.
Only we can play it. Thank you for the button. I have no idea what that is, but that's cool as shit. I've never even seen that notification before. Whoa. What is what's Kenpachi's Bunkai called?
Oh fucking
Dinosaur, two dinosaur. Whoa, what is this? What? I don't even know what these are. Thank you for two dinosaurs. What?
it's like it starts with the Y. Hey, that's what I have Google for. Who the fuck am I kidding?
Yggdrasil.
I would look it up, but I just don't want to bog my computer down more.
Yachiru Nozarashi.
Yachiru no Shirashi.
know this dude.
Yachiru.
Yachiru. Then Nozarashi.
I'm not one to really care for the human stories of Godzilla, but this one really made me care about the story. Like the fact that like it's in World War II, like at the tail end of World War II, where like
Yeah, because he's
USA.
well, because he's
What's
he's
the
an
point of
escaped
fighting
war.
or dying in a war that we just fought?
Well,
Yeah.
no, he was a deserter. That's why he spends the rest of the movie trying to do what he does, because he was pretty
No,
much
he was considered a coward. He was supposed to
Yeah.
he was supposed to be a kamikaze pilot.
he's a kamikaze pilot, and he brought back a perfect. Not to mention, he's a phenomenal pilot. Did you see the airstrip that he lands on whenever they
And
first show up? No pilot
Yeah,
would
did you
ever
see
be
the
able to
fucking-
land perfectly like that, bruh.
The gunfighting that this dude did.
Yeah,
Man, bro, like, and they fucking like, dude, it was less than 5 minutes into it, and they just straight up showed you Godzilla. I was like, oh shit, he's already
yeah.
here.
Oh, little Zilla, because he was still actual Zilla form.
The fucking dinosaur, just a dinosaur.
Yeah, that's actually how he starts out on Odo Island and everything. That's that one was actually really good, but like I said, I think because of the practical effects, it just sells it more for me. Also, I still need to figure out what the hell these things that my uncle sent me. He sent me a button and he sent me two dinosaurs. I have no idea what those mean.
You know what? I need to finish Godzilla Earth. I haven't seen. I don't think past.
It was okay.
I heard that
The anime?
they get more and more dumb.
They do. The first one and the first half of the second one are fucking phenomenal. And then somewhere along the second one, like midway through, it just switches to being fucking stupid. Like, it was such a cool concept, like, of them returning back after Godzilla essentially took over the planet. Now his radiation, like, mutated everything.
And now he's like just a fucking size of a mountain.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So I think for the passive, can you look up what his Shikai is called?
It is Yachiru Kusajishi. Or Kusajishi. It's Kusajishi.
Yeah, that's I got
Yachiru says.
Superior character.
you. Yachiru Kuzazishi. Must build kills.
I saw someone ahead of me at Taco Bell order the chicken nugget. I was like, you brave soul.
I
He's
didn't even know
dumb,
they
but
sell
brave
chicken
soul.
nuggets. I am not the biggest fan of the Notes app. So, the way I did Kenpachi, I did his ultimate is his Bankai, Yachiru no Zirashi. His primary is going to be obviously a sword focus. He's just going to swing his sword. And his passive will be his Shikai, which is Yashiru Kuzajishi. And he's got to accumulate kills. And I would say probably by like 6 or 7 kills, he can get a major boost into Shikai. And it'll give a boost for health and stuff like that. The other thing is he doesn't really have anything that blocks him from taking damage. He just takes raw damage. He's just a big dude with a big health pool. And he I mean, if you remember him from the manga or the show, he just takes the hits because he doesn't care. He's like, I'm stronger than you. I don't give a shit. So I think that would be a cool one. Now, I just realized though, we could go a different route for the tank, and we could just say Sato, because Sato is also, I mean,
Sato would be a pretty good tank.
he is kind of that guy.
But at the same time, there are other whole other characters who literally do shields and other things as part of their whole design.
Yeah.
I'm also trying to imagine the whole bulkiness aspect
Mm-hmm.
of a tank. And, you see a tank, they're tall, big, beefy motherfuckers usually.
Oh shit! Light Yagami joined my TikTok chat. Oh shit! And Hops.
Oh
welcome.
hell, he's got your name. Good
He's
luck.
got my name. Damn it!
I'm just gonna hear and then cool.
Guys, I think we should put light in the. Let's just die. God
I'll
damn.
take a potato chip
Light is Kira. Light.
and eat it.
Yeah, Light is Kira. Light Yagami is Kit.
Yeah. No more. He's never hear from me again.
Never again.
I'm eating hamburger.
Hamburger.
I'm eating
Hamburguesa.
potato.
Hops, welcome. Why is there no women? Are you a Zest Fest? No. None of the females actually in the chat respond to any of the things that we do. Funnily enough.
They're afraid.
You only want to look at big beefy men. I see. This guy. You something special. So, real question.
Extra carbon.
Oh. it has to be. It has to be Ichigo, right? He's got to be the DPS for the Bleach. It's either him or the Quincy, but I was gonna pick him for the. I was gonna pick their Quincy for heals. Shoot, I forget his damn name. Yawak chose him. No, Ichigo, as in Ichigo Kurosaki. His. Can you look up the Bankai name for me, please?
Itadori Yuji. American breathing, first form, Glock 18.
Glock 19.
Second Amendment.
Second form, double barrel.
Ichigo's.
Third form, 3-round burst.
Yeah.
AK.
AK. Let's play as fuck.
Tensa Zangetsu.
3-round burst AK. He's a yard grown man. Talking about soup pound. He's like, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm actually gonna do for Ichigo's. Ichigo's primary is gonna be like, because you know how his cloak is like, it's congruent to the amount of spirit energy he's applying, or the amount of the spirit energy he's got left. I think that's what it is. It's supposed to be like a gauge. I'm gonna say his. No, that would probably just be like a character design thing, not anything that I should incorporate into direct. Let's see. Sengetsu slashes, obviously. Can y'all hear me?
I do, yeah.
Oh, okay. You still having your Titanfall talk?
Yes. Fucking fighting in the fucking trenches over here, dog.
Hear your keyboard noises.
Literally, if you were to ask any person, you think if you were to give them Titanfall and Apex side by side, people would say Titanfall is better because their weapons are hit scan. There's so much flow in the movement.
I haven't
So
played
much
it.
more cool shit.
All I know is that Titanfall is fun as hell.
Apex bad. Apex big bad. Anybody who likes that game, they're either throating it and they just refuse to admit it, or yeah, they've just been a fan of the game too long and they're afraid to admit that.
Like Titanfall 2 gave me BT, and they gave me a video. So, because I was Millie rocking everybody. If you at all give me the option to just fucking straight up deck motherfuckers with like no no stamina behind it, or almost no stamina, then I'm gonna beat the fuck out of everybody.
All right, thank you, Cheez It.
Fuck using the gun.
Because pretty much too, like everybody kind of says like, oh well, how at least what he's saying is nothing in Apex is a have to buy. The only thing you can do there is cosmetics. There are two weapons that are considered quote unquote a pay to win, but you can get them for free if you play enough. They believe that Apex isn't at fault for a market that's been greedy in everything we play. A battle pass in Apex that gives you a lot of cosmetics, material slash money back is half the price of a skin in Rivals.
Hey,
And just the video game economy,
cheese it. There's
but
a
really
bot here
inflating
already.
this, everything costs $100. I replied with the Titanfall 2 market was also only cosmetics as well. The difference between those two games was those skins could be bought for a whopping $2 per pack, which included 15 skins for weapons, pilots, and titans. You could also earn those skins in a fraction of the time that it would take you to get a single Apex pack. It's not the game's fault that the
Thank you.
publishers are greedy as fuck, but when the absolute shit ranked system, lack of content, huge droughts between said small content drops, predatory sales models, and extremely strict pandering to streamers for balancing that affects 70% of common players that hated the changes so much they ended up jumping ship.
Honestly, I've never understood why somebody would actually fight tooth and fucking nail for a game that actively ruined everything for you. The player base actually hates, or not the player base, the people who made, or like the developers of, not Titanfall, of Apex legitimately have done everything they can to ruin all of the movement that people liked. They've changed all of their weapon abilities. Some of the best guns in the game have been turned into trash, and people complained about that. Nobody, like, and people just continue to come back to the game. Like, why are you fighting for a game that's genuinely not good?
No, I'm just defending my baby Titanfall against a group of Apex cucks.
Yeah, because those big old titty babies.
Hey, Miguel. Hey, you can help me with my research. Thank you. I need your help.
What's up? What you
Bro,
need?
this guy's been
Oh, I
here.
just
Well, he's
need
been
names.
muted, but-
Oh, well, I can't help you with that. I suck at that too.
No, I just meant like, if you could just look up a name for me.
Oh, okay.
Well, that and maybe I get some input. I'm trying. So we did. We'll go through the list so far. That what we got.
Okay.
I've got. We did Dragon Ball Z first. Our Dragon Ball Z, or our Dragon Ball tank is Broly. His ultimate is Raging
Yeah.
Max Power, just pretty much as high as energy as he can go. He's just gonna get a strong.
Which Broly?
Super.
Due to current generation, it's going to be Super Broly, just because we're going to have to kind of pander. We're going to have to pander to a newer generation if it's released nowadays.
Fuck that. No, I'm just
Pretty
playing.
sure you could still pander old Broly to the newer generation.
Yeah, well, in terms of like being more like realized and played by a. Well, but no, look at the dynamic and the people that are going to be playing it. If it was to release nowadays, it's going to be a
That
lot
is
of teenagers and young
If it-
adults.
Younger
released
fans.
nowadays-
And that is the most recent like thing that we could probably base it off of that a lot of people are more familiar with.
Yeah, that is true too.
So you can have Broly back as a skin, even if for those fucking sticklers, you can have
That is
fucking
true.
Bio
You
Broly as
could
a skin.
have,
Like
that
it's-
would be funny. That would
It's
be
a
pretty
vibe.
cool though.
Buy Z Broly, bro, bitch.
But
Yeah,
I do
you can
believe-
have it
I
for
don't-
$70.99.
Personally, I don't care which one because I do believe Super Broly is the better Broly, simply for the fact that Super Broly had genuine more character development than just Z Broly being here is like, so what happened to you, dog? There's
Hey,
a homie
I heard
next
your
to me
power's
that
pretty
fucking-
big.
Oh,
I heard
his
it.
eyes out for.
Speak up, boy! I can't hear you from up there. Speak
Hear
up!
you
I
from-
can't hear you from down there.
But yeah, no. I just like Super Broly. I like Z Broly for the fact of he really is just Unga Bunga, and he was a very terrifying nigga. Like, I'd be scared to see a
The
fucking
motherfucker tried
8-foot tall
Pantera. Of course he's
built
terrifying.
wall. Yeah, a built wall that destroyed galaxies casually. And also, in
really
a little
sounds like-
bit, I would like
destroyed this
What?
galaxy.
Look at his fucking red ass background.
Do you like
What's
it?
this loser doing? No, it looks lame. Look at your goofy ass smile. But stop doing that. No.
Shut up, you're
I'll take
stupid.
it. Yeah, shut
Ace,
up.
I have no
Shut
idea what
up.
you're talking about. That's not my fault that you don't watch my stream. I can't fix your watch time.
No, 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 no.
No. My brother,
Kagan
he
was watching
commented.
your
He
stream.
said, "Bro, fix your watch
Oh.
time." I watched your whole stream yesterday. I swear. He said my shit sucks, but it told my other viewers that they've got good time. Let's see.
Sounds like you were out of the loop.
Oh, I spelled it wrong.
I, I
Anyways.
I love Vix Broly from the Super Broly, but I love Bean Shibata. Or
Did you
Bean
say
Shibata.
Vix Broly?
Yeah, Vix Broly.
Oh, the actor. I was like, why did you say Vic? It's like, what
Okay.
do you mean? I didn't see him rub any Vicks on
Why didn't
himself in that whole
Broly-
movie.
Ben Shimada Broly just sounds like an animal, like uncaged.
I didn't know the
what I
voice
was
actors
saying
for them.
before Kagan. Yeah, no, so Super Broly, well, it would have been Z Broly's voice actor if it wasn't for, like, the old, like, allegations with, who was it? It was Bulma's voice actor, and she, like, said a rape allegation against him, I believe, that was, like, he did it in my dreams, therefore he actually did it.
Hey,
I
yo!
think it was. I think it was
something,
Preserve
it
Planet.
was something to
Welcome.
that degree. I know that was something that was brought up, being all like, "Yes, he did it in my dreams." Therefore, like, it's like I don't trust him anymore, and this and that.
Well, let's go ahead and
So,
change
I
the
don't
conversation. So,
Back to the original
For-
conversation at hand. Oh, back to what I was saying. Oh, go ahead. Oh
No.
yeah, I got off sidetrack.
yeah, it's okay. I also don't want my stream to go over for like 4 hours because Don and I, well, after the stream, I'm probably gonna stream for another hour, and then I'll cut it off. But I actually want to make this a fully fleshed out thing. So if y'all want to stay here and help me out with this, that'd be fucking awesome.
I'd be
But-
down.
So with Broly's primary, he's gonna be melee focused, but he's gonna have a small range ability.
Yeah.
So like you know how some of the Marvel characters they have like Black Widow's got her gun and she can switch to her hands.
Yeah.
Something like that, you know, or her little wands. And then his
Yeah.
passive is gonna be Green Rage, where he's slowly ramping in damage, and each kill will give him temp health.
Oh.
And then
That sounds more like Ultra.
our
Killed him.
our DPS, because I wanted to ruffle a little bit of feathers with this one. I didn't pick Goku. I went Gohan because I said Gohan's better. So his ult's obviously
I
gonna
don't
be
care what any Goku stand says. I think, as of right now, Gohan is way better than Goku.
Gohan is also the strongest in the universe,
My
isn't he?
boy-
Him and Black
As
Frieza?
of right now, to the current extent of what Beast Gohan can do, Beast Gohan can single-handedly took down Mastered Ultra Instinct, and I don't.
Nice.
I'd have to reread the manga. I have to reread the manga because I'm pretty sure. I don't think him and Vegeta fought while he was in Ego. I think there was something like they were going to, and then they just didn't. But there was, but I would hope whenever the next chapter comes out, they're gonna show that, considering the chapter panel is all of them and Orange Piccolo.
I think it's just superhero movie manga.
So he has like a short range Ki Blast attack and then like an alternate like heavy melee attack.
So I'm thinking since he's gonna be a pretty strong. Hold on, who are you talking about?
Broly.
Yeah, Broly's gonna be pretty much just straight hands. He can just start throwing. It's just like basically like Hulk and like fucking the Thing. He just throws hands, but in
Yeah.
case he's at a distance or he's got somebody above him, or in case he needs a little bit of help. And it's not like he doesn't have access to Ki Blast. So I'm gonna say he's gonna have like a set range Ki Blast.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, for
So
his
all melee on base attack, and then probably like an ability move could be a ranged
Yeah.
attack if you want to just keep them all melee. Yeah, you can have an ability that
well, so
that's
because
just
I'm
a
not trying to
quick blast
complicate it.
attack, or maybe just an alternate attack for like a
Yeah.
couple of seconds.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So the way I have it
Yeah.
is like they're gonna have a primary slash secondary, but because I don't want to overcomplicate the game,
Yeah.
because I don't want to overcomplicate the game, I only have it set for where they have an ult, a primary, and a passive for the moment.
Okay.
And so his primary will be his hands, but he does have an alternative to use his Ki Blast and whatnot. And then his passive is the Green Rage, slowly, ramping in damage, and each kill gives him temp health. It's gonna be pretty. He's gonna be pretty strong. And then, like I said, for Gohan, his ultimate will just be Beast Gohan mode, and he's gonna be the opposite of Broly in the sense that he's actually gonna be Ki Blast focused, and he's gonna have small melee focus in case people come up on him. He has hands, like he can throw some hands for some defense, but he's just not as good if he was using his Ki Blast. And then because we were talking about Piccolo, his passive is going to be called Piccolo's Disciple, and when at super critical health, Piccolo will deflect one ult directed at Gohan.
That's so funny.
Yeah, because
So
like
you can tell your
I didn't say-
Gohan Onis, why
What I
didn't you
said was,
dodge?
what I said was he's just gonna jump in front of it and get murked by that fucking ult like he does every other fucking episode for Gohan.
Yeah.
I just like that one
Piccolo,
episode where
while playing dodge himself doesn't know how to dodge.
damn, what's with the interrogation, Ace? What the fuck? What game do
He
you
said,
make?
"Who the motherfucker
He goes,
with you?"
how do you make a game? What app do you use? What app do you post it on? Who uploads it? Where do you make the game? Where do you create the game
Figure it out
scenes?
yourself.
Damn, son, chill out. I don't know. I'm making the baseline idea right now. Give me a few minutes,
We're
bro.
on the drawing-
What? I'm on the
we're
drawing board.
Zoomer,
I
easy.
need you. He said easy, Zoomer.
You couldn't even understand
Oh,
half of the
damn.
things that would have gone into that, even if I wanted to explain it to you. I don't know how else to tell you that, pal.
Bro's asking like he's giving you a test. Like,
Yeah, I know.
come on, man, you gotta know.
You should know this tomorrow. You got a test.
Yeah, if you're making a game and you're developing it, you should know this shit by Tuesday 3 years ago.
Yeah, for real. It's not. I didn't say not to ask
What's
questions, but it's like you can't just drop 70 questions and then like, especially whenever it has nothing to do with what's going on right now, because this is just baseline drawing board stuff. Bye. Oh no. My little brothers will do nothing but aggravate you, but you gotta love them. They're good kids. He's a good kid. He's just a shithead. But weren't we all? I'm pretty sure my mom would still say I am. Disappointed with the treat your viewers. You're not a viewer. You're my family. It's different. You're not a random person. I know you. And you tried to dox my ass yesterday, so I'm not happy with you right now. Homie tried to give away my fucking address, my name. Bruh.
That's some real villain.
Trying to give away my
shit,
shit.
bro.
No, but yeah, I just like that. I thought that was a cool little passive where he's like super critical health. Piccolo somehow shows up, and there's that one episode where they're in the city. Gohan's fixing to get oh wait, what? Oh, okay, no, I thought it said I hit my goal.
Yeah, spoilers from the-
Your government name is on your YouTube. That's not my government name. It's just a nickname.
That is true. That is not his government.
His government name it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
His government is
Social security number is 24.
Done.
No, I'm kidding.
2, 4, 7, 11, 24, 86.
What was it? That episode where
think
he's
somebody's- You think somebody just like types in a social security number randomly when they try to like claim somebody's taxes and just happen to hit like a jackpot?
maybe
Probably
they're like
in the highest form of fraud.
yeah, they'll probably find your ass
Sheer
though.
dumb luck.
Just
Yeah.
dumb luck.
Or actually,
sheer
I'm
dumb
the
luck,
government,
get
so
out
I'm gonna
fucking
give you a
time.
new name. Your new government name. No, I don't like the
Your
government.
name.
Your new
He said
power
your new
is-
government name, bro. Really,
I'm not a
bro,
big
really.
fan of the government, and you bet your fucking ass that I would fucking add that as an emote.
Oh yes, dude. We will add that as a.
Bro.
It's just gonna be called 30s.
Not a bit. And there's also gonna be the ones where it's Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks fucking posted up in the Supreme shit.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That's gonna be
No,
another
we
one,
gotta
too.
sell. We gotta sell a Gohan and Piccolo with a Supreme set, like as a skin, bro. We gotta partner with Supreme and see if they'll actually allow that.
Bro, oh god, watch.
Okay, so and then for our support for Dragon
I'm
Ball,
sure if
we
you
picked.
marked it out and said Suppy instead of Supreme, it'd be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it's changed enough.
For our Dragon Ball healer, we chose Roshi, and his ult is going to be the containment wave. And the way Don's idea was is like they'll all get grouped up into the jar, and it'll just be all of their collective health, and you can start shooting at the jar. Obviously, they're not going to be allowed to just kill the jar because that's kind of whack. But it would bring all of their collective health down to like half or below that, which obviously would turn the tides for a push. And
Because essentially what we wanted to do, like the idea behind that one was if we trap them, like of course it's gonna be like a channeling kind of thing. Your evil
Yeah.
containment wave takes health, so it's gonna keep as long as Roshi he cannot be healed during this time while he's doing
Miss
it.
Viper.
So as long as he pumps health into it, he can keep them in that jar until they all collectively take half damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
But at
and
the
then
same
we'll
time,
also
that's
do like
only
a
if you catch
anti-heal.
all of them. If you catch none of them, or if you catch like 2 of them, their other team can still mollywop your ass.
Yeah, it's a
Like
high risk, high
high-risk,
reward kind of move.
kind of thing.
Gotcha.
I hope you like the setup. It's kind of cool.
Kinda lame.
But
I didn't make it, so I can't say much.
his primary is going to be a healing Kamea wave where he's like he walks real slow and he kind of moves real slow.
Oh, you can give him like a slow bending Kamehameha that makes a beam. That'd be cool.
Yeah, well, so I was just saying he's gonna move real slow. He's gonna have a walking stick in one hand, and his Kamea wave is just gonna heal people as he walks. And then for defense, he can turn into muscle form at will. But the way I incorporated this one was I'm very proud of this one. So he can defend himself in muscle form, and his passive he has this turtle shell. But with this turtle shell, he can only have it in small mode, so that way he can take lowered resistance to body damage. He can take resistance to body damage when he's in heal mode, but the second he switches over to muscle mode, he loses his shield and he'll just take raw damage.
Oh.
Which so it keeps him
cool.
from being too overpowered, and you get to see
Yeah.
him in muscle form, so that way he's not completely defenseless. And it also sets the balance too. If you want him to do high damage, you can't be healing other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think that would be cool.
That was pretty cool. I think that was pretty. I thought that was.
And then we switched to Bleach for second one.
So do. Oh,
What?
okay.
No, what were you gonna say?
I was like, oh, was it only like, is it only one character per,
Well, yeah, we're trying to do like one
Yeah.
tank, one healer.
One tank, one
Oh,
healer,
yeah,
one
yeah,
DPS from
At
each
least
of our
just for
big
the
ones.
base roster, because
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
you checked the Discord, but the list that I at least compiled
Yeah.
is fucking huge.
yeah,
And
yeah, no,
Wands was
No
Wands was
Those
already
are just
approaching
ones.
like
Those
30.
are just ones off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Those are a
Yeah.
majority of those are just shonen.
Yeah, the guy who did
I
his list
would-
too, it was random as shit. Most of them were shonen. He only did one villain, and then he did the kid from the striker from Blue Lock. Like, imagine
Yeah,
all
I
of these
was the
actual
striker
heroes
from
and
Blue
supers,
Lock.
and then a fucking high school kid with a ball.
Bro, that'd be kind of peak though. Like,
No.
Eh.
Yeah, Blue Lock can be
Just
the
imagine.
added in later
If
when we can actually.
Stop that.
if I yell out I'm a striker and I dome you in the forehead with a soccer ball, bro, you just gotta quit the game.
It's just like Phoenix, right? He's here, take this, and then tink.
It's just a fucking watch.
You like the sound of dodgeball, mate? Like the rubber dodgeball.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love that. On every dome, you just hear a fucking toom.
So, for our next set, we're doing Bleach, and I did
Uh-huh.
Kenpachi as our Bleach tank. Add George Russell.
Oh.
Who the fuck is George
Oh,
Russell?
okay.
Yeah, for Kenpachi, I did our tank, and his ult is gonna be his Bankai for Yachida Nozarashi.
Mm-hmm.
And then his primary is just gonna be his sword focus. He's just gonna be a swordsman. you know. He needs a tank because you know how like every time he's in a fight, he'll just take the damage. So what I'm gonna do is just give him like a pretty decent amount of health and a pretty decent amount of shield, because every time he's in a fight, he just takes the hit and then he'll hit
shit.
back.
You're breaking up, gang.
Oh really?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
breaking up that whole thing. Not to sound like an asshole or anything, but I couldn't hear you.
He's like, I will my way out of this conversation.
Yeah, I've done it before to many people. You will not be the first, nor will you be the
Yeah.
last.
Nah, bro, you want to see my patented strategy?
Yeah.
He's like, why are you laughing? I just said my dog died.
No.
No,
Pretty
fault.
effective. You nope the fuck out, and then nobody can say shit to you after that.
Nobody will bother you. That's for damn sure.
Ain't nobody gonna follow me after I leave. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Cause that makes you the desperate bitch coming after me.
he's like, was it you? Just trying to. I'm just imagining someone just following you, just trying to like, is it you? Sacrificing their own sense of smell.
Oh, hello, hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Gary?
No.
Yeah, you can. Okay, I think my microphone actually just turned back on as soon as I disconnected from it too, so hold on. Hello? Does it sound good?
So far.
Okay, cool. Okay, so what I was saying is his primary focus is just going to be him using his sword. I mean, obviously we can't just, you know, I mean, it's just going to be that. And then his passive, I actually made his passive his Shikai, where he's gonna accumulate. You have to accumulate the kills, and then you can get a major boost in health and power. But it's kind of hard to build up to. But I think that would be a badass thing to be able to just unlock your Shikai after getting a few kills. You know, building up your spirit, building up all the damage. What do we think? Yay, nay? Hello?
Perfectly. As I was
Hello?
talking about shit, I was like, you responded to me perfectly. I didn't realize I was muted again.
No way.
Yeah, because I was telling you, I was like, yeah, that'd be cool because like I was gonna ask you about the Shikai, and right as I was about to ask, you talked about the passive, and I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And
Oh.
then I was gonna ask you about, so I was gonna ask you if every Soul Society character you decide to put in this is just gonna have their, it's just gonna have their Bankai as their ult.
Yeah, this is gonna be their ult's gonna
Pretty
be
much.
Bankai, and their passives will be their Shinkai, their Shikai.
Their Shikais, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just because
okay.
it's like you know, one they're simple characters. It's kind of not what else do they do besides use their swords, you know,
Yeah.
or heal or do other shit, you know. So
That's good.
it, I'm gonna do yeah. So I'm gonna do that. Can you give me the name for Ichigo's Shikai?
Let me see. I got you.
Just the Shikai?
I think just
Yeah,
the Shikai is on
I
Getsu,
think it's
isn't it?
just Zangetsu, because his Bankai is Tensa Zangetsu.
yeah. Well, what's his Oh shoot, I forgot about that. Um, there's Shinigami, not the Shinigami. Um,
Like Get cheeseburger.
Yeah, it's Shikai. His Shikai is just straight Zangetsu.
Okay.
I
Okay.
was we were correct.
Yeah.
what
then
was his
Tetsuo
two-sword
Zangetsu is
setup?
The,
That's also Zangetsu. Mach
Oh.
11.
Oh, okay.
Or
Okay.
I think so. I'm pretty sure it is Zangetsu still.
In this one, I'm just gonna put Zangetsu builds in power the more you communicate
oh,
with
it's
him.
literally no. Okay, it's the same name, but it's the main blade is White Zangetsu, and then the small blade is the Old Man Zangetsu.
No, I meant because it has a different name. Because the slashes that he does to Yawak, or not when he does to Yawak, because he loses his Bankai first, or not his Bankai, he loses his sword, and he realized that he
loses his
wasn't
Bankai.
doing something correctly, and then he gets his two-sword setup, and those slashes are called something, and I forget.
I thought it was just another Getsuga Tensho.
Getsuga Tensho.
I
No,
swear.
it's true Zangetsu, but it's not. It's still Zangetsu.
I need to find that other fucking
Oh.
name. I feel like I'm gonna go insane. Hold on. I'm sorry if my stream
Looking
goes
at it,
live.
it literally says true Zangetsu.
No, I no no. I'm trying to think of the word that I'm thinking of because it's gonna bother the shit out of me if I don't say it. It's
He's
because
schizophrenic, guys. What do we do?
Put him down.
Put him down, yeah. You're gonna have to shoot you, bud. With a 50 cal, just like he'd want.
Just like he'd want.
fucking turn into
I know
straight
my
up,
homie wouldn't want any other caliber under 50 cal.
just turn into fucking pink mist.
I think
Wild.
he crashed also. Dang it. That's what it's like that. I'm a good Christian kid now. Not really. I can't claim that.
Fucking dog.
Yo, I watched the Lego movie the other day, and that part killed
It's still
the
funny.
fuck
It's
outta
still
me.
funny as shit.
Which
the
one?
Draw a Cowboy hat.
The
The
Lego
scene
movie.
where he goes into the saloon and he's like, "Has any of you seen this guy?" And like, "Can you draw a cowboy hat on him?" And he does once he shows him.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hey, He's that one's so good, dude.
Dude, oh what,
I have not watched the Lego movie
bro? It's
or the Lego Batman movie.
the Lego Batman movie is super funny. The Lego movie itself is annoying at first, and then it just is kind of funny. It's all about being who you are, and who you want to be, and not who you don't want to be.
I guess I'm tripping.
The only thing I know is that everything is awesome, and
Everything is cool when you're part of
what
a
was the
team.
Batman one when he's a
Everything is
no when,
awesome.
he, when Batman puts a lobster in the fucking microwave and he just eats
Oh.
it on a fucking jet
Yeah.
ski.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
literally
it's
the
a shrine
light
in the
rotating
fucking,
for 1 minute.
Yeah, yeah, that's so me.
He said, "That's me for real, for real."
Sitting there popping his lips and shit.
That's all. I did watch it once, but I was zooted out of my mind with my kid watching it.
Fair enough.
Okay, so I am between who I should set as our Bleach DPS or as our Bleach healer,
And the laugh.
because obviously it'd be
You
Orihime,
should do-
but
Yeah.
we could also do the Quincy.
First try.
Ugh, I don't want the fucking Quincy fanboy.
What's his name?
That's only support. I don't remember. I have to look it up. But I don't want the Quincy fanboy. I'd rather have Orihime.
Yeah, I think it's
And the
gonna have to be
Quincy
Orihime.
fanboy is Quincy
No,
Gumbo is
no,
weird.
What's his name from the Vizards?
Oh,
I forgot what
what's
the fuck his
name?
name was. But yeah,
He's the big
yeah,
nigga.
he can do the wards and everything.
You know what?
That would
I-
actually be pretty good.
We're not doing none of that. We're doing Kisuke, the goat,
Oh, okay.
the goat.
I guess I could put. Wait, in support?
Yeah, he's a scientist. He knows how to heal people. Yeah,
Well, yeah. but,
Urahara
like, at the
Urahara
same
knows how to
time-
bring
Oh,
souls
no,
back. He made
fucking
the
Unohana.
Oh yeah. you
Uno
could
Hana
do
too.
Unohana.
Yeah,
Like quite literally could just Unohana is like the healer.
that's true.
Unohana is sleeper DPS.
Yeah, but she's also kind of
She's a
scary.
sleeper
She's
DPS.
sleeper DPS, dog. I was just also thinking
Yeah,
Kisuke
she's
because
sleeper
that man's
DPS.
got
Nah,
immaculate
but
drip.
her whole fucking shtick is literally healing. That would be dumb to not have her as a support.
Okay,
would
okay.
be dumb
We
enough
have
to do
Unohana.
support.
You have
She
made
can
your
dink. She can
argument.
fucking dink as a fucking
Alright.
support, but she's still a support.
Give me her.
It's like
Yeah,
Moira
to
from
be able to-
Overwatch. She's not just a
Yeah.
pharmacist. She's a pharmacist too.
You're a pharmacist, it's not the pharmacist.
What is her Bankai called?
Chizo something?
Time to Google.
Yeah, I would keep googling, but my
He said I. Right.
Minazuki.
Minazuki.
But
Covers
with
things in
blue
blood in a
cheese.
40-mile
The
radius.
Bankai is the exact same name.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Her ult is her Bankai. Her primary. What's the name of her sword?
Minazuki.
Oh. Her Bankai is literally just straight up Minazuki.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What in the world?
Remember, most Kenpachis were pretty simple human beings.
Sunpaktos.
No.
You said most Kenpachis?
Yeah. Most
Kenpachi,
of the
the
Zanpakutos
like
were pretty simple.
Kenpachi's. Oh, there. Never mind. The title Kenpachi. I was like,
Yeah.
Kenpachi Zuraki.
Yeah.
She was the Kenpachi before him.
No. Yeah, she was a Kenpachi before him, and then there was the other guy whose Bankai was stupid crazy. I forgot what it does. All I remember is that it looks like it spawns a bunch of little hollows that eats things, and he could just infinitely make them.
Although, if we ever got to like Shinji and Aizen for like DPS
Oh
that'd
my
be fucking
god.
insane.
Aizen, no, Aizen's definitely gonna be a
Aizen
support.
to have the same thing he does in Rebirth of Souls, where he doesn't die. It was just like it just stops the game and is like, bro, you really thought, and just restarts.
It
actually
restarts you at the
thought you could
beginning of the
kill me.
game.
I don't think it restarts at the beginning, but he doesn't die.
That'd be sick. That'd be funny as fuck though.
Yeah, because like right before you do the Rietsu, I think it's called. No, where you take the
Ryatsu,
health.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, where you take the health, and he's like, and he does this whole spiel of like, you really thought you was out here making money,
He's-
getting bread. And then it's
I'm
like,
the bread maker. I'm the one who breads.
I'm the one who breads.
But dude,
And
yeah, Shinji's
And
would
then
be
he
fucking
teaches
cool though.
Ryatsu. Yeah.
Because it
What
just
is-
inverts the teams.
what's her healing ability
Yeah,
called?
Friendly fire would turn on for everybody.
Yes,
That'd
just
be
friendly
cool.
fire on. Oh my
That
god.
would be dope. Yeah, he would ult and then friendly fire turns on. So if everyone's bunched up or somebody's about
Your
to pop an
pharmacists
ult,
become harmacists.
yeah, that's
That'd actually
yeah.
be pretty cool if it was just like 3 seconds of fucking friendly fire being on.
Yeah,
Miss Viper,
my
are you still
God.
here? Is my audio balanced okay?
That's genius.
Or Cheese It, are you still here? I just want to make sure all of my audio is balanced. I switched my audio sources. I wanted to make sure I'm not using, or I'm not too high volume.
are you wanting to know more for stream or in here
Huh?
too? Because
No,
you
I'm-
sound fine in here.
Oh, okay. No, it's good. Cheese It said I was good. Okay,
Oh.
cool. I just wanted to make sure that none of it was too loud. What is her healing ability called? Minazuke? Is it actually?
I'm being dead.
Right.
It's a dual meaning because literally the one meaning of it, it's. Hold on, where'd it go?
I'm fixing to
Right,
change
come
her
back.
name to fucking Minazuke.
The kit is Minazuki 1, 2, 3, and
Minazuki
4.
ability 1, Minazuki ability 2. That's literally, and my thing is just Unohana ult Minazuki, primary focus. I just put sword focus and then passive pure healing from Minazuki. Okay.
Okay. Her Bankai translates to either all things end or exhaustion of everything. Her Shikai translates into flesh drop gorge.
Nice. That's not creepy at all.
Yeah, it's either all things end or exhaustion of everything.
So either way,
It's
Which
it's
those
fun.
those both sound pretty fucking tough.
They're
yeah,
pretty
that
tough.
sounds
She,
tough.
keep in
I
mind,
don't
she's
wanna
a
be
healer. She's a healer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
no,
our support.
she's supposed to be a support. All right, that is it for Bleach. So far, we have 2 anime down, and it has been 2 hours.
2 hours. An
No, I'm
hour
To
serious.
be
We're
fair,
taking-
we had some issues. We had some issues. We had some
Yeah,
issues
yeah.
like with starting up the stream and shit too. So
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
So I would like to nominate the next anime to be either Naruto or Dragon Ball. But if you have any that you are feeling that we could do
did
next and
Dragon
flesh
Ball.
out, or I mean Naruto or Demon Slayer.
Down for Dragon Ball.
I would be down to do Naruto over Demon Slayer.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm also down for that.
Naruto.
Mhm. I'm
This is
okay
Naruto.
with that.
Okay.
Although I do want one just little standout, just because like I doubt any of his other people from his series can really kind of mesh into. Oh, maybe one or two could fit in. I want Thorkel as a tank.
Thorkel.
Cool. Thorkel.
Thorkel from fucking Vinland Saga.
Oh, actually,
I want
Thorfinn
him
was
as a
on.
tank, and I want Thorfinn as a DPS.
Yeah, Thorfinn was on his DPS list. He actually did really good with that one. It just
But
sucks
yeah,
because like
Thorfinn's definitely DPS, and Thorkel is definitely tank. He's got to be a hybrid tank DPS though, with more on the tank side. Because you can make him
Okay.
just a tank Wolverine.
yeah,
Dude, the tank
You can
Wolverine
do-
sounds so
You can do his
scary.
Should be
spears and
scary.
javelins for long range that can pin people who can fly. You can have just the rushing flurry of axe swings. Then his ultimate could be similar to Hulk's, where it's like a CC grab.
Okay, so we're gonna do Naruto first. Who, legitimately, because obviously our tank would probably just rely on Choji, because he's obviously a tank through and through.
I want a
But
creative option though.
my
Yeah, okay.
my creative option would have been Jiraiya.
My creative
option-
might have been Hashirama with
Hashirama's
the wood jutsu, because he
would
can
say
be
If I
like a golem.
remember, if I remember correctly, Hashirama could also be a sleeper support.
Oh no, I wanted
Support.
him to be my healer. I do think that he's good for it, but
Yeah.
he's legitimately the best healer in all of story. Like he
Well,
was
that's
better
why I
than
said that's my
Tsunade.
creative pick.
Yeah.
My creative pick for tank is Kisame.
Oh, that's
I
good.
can see it.
That is good. The no-tail beast.
No Tail Beast for fucking.
Honestly, that's probably gonna be his. Oh fuck! You know what? I'm actually gonna put it as Kisame. That was a damn good choice.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Batman.
Oh yeah, Batman. Batman, hell yeah.
And then
Hell
his
yeah.
ult will be. So
His
I
ult
because
will
we can make his
be-
ult be like the way it was in Ninja Storm, where he just does
Storm,
like a
yeah,
giant
just-
water wave and you're just in the water, and if you get
So
caught
just
in that,
whale. That's so just whale.
basically
but
something
shark
like
edition.
that, except he's the whale. He's the whale.
Yeah, he is the whale. Yeah, either that or we could just do his awakening.
Shark
Yeah,
form
we go
awakening.
full like, yeah,
We
full
go-
shark mode.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
yeah, full shark. Oh, I thought you were meaning his ult, which was the super shark torpedo or whatever the fuck it was called.
Shark
No,
bomb?
no.
Yeah,
And
super
his-
shark bomb.
His in his actual thing or one of the abilities, I'm pretty sure it is his YB, where if you catch them if you catch them, he's in shark form. He's like swimming. He swims around you, and then he does like all the damage he can.
Oh, I don't remember. I'd have to see.
It was on Storm
I'd have to
4.
watch it. Oh, okay then. Yeah, I can look at it real quick. Probably. I think I still have Storm 4 installed. I just know it's hard to play.
I love that game.
I
Hard
do
ass
too.
in the
The
circle.
online wasn't so fucking dog ass.
Bro, for real. His primary was obviously going to be Samehada.
Yeah. Water shark bomb for you could also do it like Storm where you hold charge for at least 3 more shark bombs.
Yeah.
So you can do a quick one for less damage or all 3 for like a pretty crazy slap.
And his passive, I'm gonna have his passive name set to No-Tailed Beast. Because I feel like the passives are, well, some of the passives that I can think of naming, I can give good names to, but I just don't know what else I would name any of their actual abilities other than Samehada and then Shark Form Awakening for his ult. Well, we'll see what it's named later, but yeah, his passive is gonna be called No-Tailed Beast. Possessing a high amount of chakra.
If there's a killer bee on the enemy team with a shark skin, he can spawn off of that killer bee. That'd be funny.
Oh, that's actually what I'm gonna do. Instead of him, or I'm gonna call it Feast, and his passive will be Samehada healing him, because that's how it works. When he slashes with the sword, he steals chakra. Not to mention he's already got a bottomless chakra pit. But Samehada can heal, can do minor heal over time. All right, that's a pretty good one, honestly. I fucked with that. I fucked with that heavy, doing Kisame, and then Samehada working with him synergistically, so that way he doesn't have to be like a heavily relied on, like, or heavily heal relied tank. You know, he can kind of push a little bit, help push forward. He's kind of he'd be a dive tank for sure. Yeah, get it, dive, because he's in the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah.
So DPS. I was thinking either Sasuke or Itachi. I lean Itachi just because obviously Itachi's the GOAT.
I would say. Do the Raikage.
Ooh, the DPS for Akage. That's cool. Anybody else? Any other suggestions?
It'd be like that would be like old school Doomfist.
Sorry, lad, that was warming up food.
Do you have any suggestions for DPS? Because I said Sasuke or Itachi.
Mara.
Maru.
You get that, you.
Madara has way too much health to be DPS.
I mean, it's too tanky, low key.
Yeah, I think he'd be a tank for real.
Let's see. Minato.
Hey,
Minato's
Minato would
good,
be a
good.
badass choice. The yellow
DPS.
leaf, what is it? The yellow flash of the leaf?
Yellow flag.
Ooh, he's kind of cold. That's a good choice. Let's see. I'm gonna we're gonna reduce down the list so far. The best choices we've got are
Come on.
Minato
Rain's gone.
and
You coming?
oh, is it off? The rain's off?
How the fuck you gonna look at me like you want to go outside when I open the door? You look at me like you don't want to go outside.
Minato and Itachi so far I like. No, actually, I couldn't even do Itachi because he'd be overpowered as shit. Not to mention that
Oh.
if he was in
Well, no, and see, that's the
Susanoo.
funny thing. He won't be overpowered because we have to balance him.
No, his passive is tuberculosis. his,
I'm not tuberculosis.
his passive is slowly damage over time, but he just got the highest damage output. Hella fire, hella teleportation. He's got
With healing, you have 30 seconds to play him.
Yeah.
You have 30 seconds. That's it.
Oh, no.
The moment
Get
you leave
that shit
health and spawn,
insta-locked, brother.
that's it.
Let me see.
He said, I hope you got that nigga insta locked because you're not gonna get another chance like this.
Minato and Sasuke are still two good choices. Or Lee. I mean, go a melee focused guy. Be like a Lee could be like the like an anti tank,
Yeah. I want to have crippled my guy.
crippled a wheelchair my guy.
If we're
It's a
making
skin.
if we're
It's a
making
skin.
this game and we're adding the characters we want, we're adding crippled my guy.
Yeah.
Cripple my guy for the win. He's still just as strong as when he had. man.
And also McDonald's worker Deku.
Yes, dude. I would legitimately add a McDonald's worker skin for Deku just to piss off all the Deku fans. Oh, my shoulders.
Get him away.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the live off here, just cause we can. It's fine. It's been 2 hours. I think it's a good stream time today. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you to my uncle for sending me those things on TikTok. I have no idea what the hell they are. Cheese it. Thank you
Take
for
your old
joining.
ass back in that gate.
Miss Viper, thank you for joining too. I appreciate you. You have a good day, everyone.